What's up, everybody? Big Kirk 916, and you're tuned into another edition of my vlog. I'd like to stay motivating you guys, hopefully creating change that's positive so that you can make something happen in your life. And today I want to talk about doing drugs and drug use and why I really never got into really recreational drugs or party drugs. Now, marijuana, weed, we know is all natural, and people use it to meditate, people use it to heal themselves. It can be used as a supplement to help heal injuries rather than prescription drugs. So I don't really have a problem with that. I never really got into smoking weed, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's never hurt anybody. I've never seen anybody overdose from weed, so I don't have a problem with it. But I never really got into like the harder drugs like the coke or the meth or the heroin and stuff like that, because I was always afraid. I was always afraid of what would happen if I got addicted to something like that, or what if I took it one time and I liked it so much I wanted to continue to take it and I couldn't stop, and I just never wanted to take that chance. I know people who've used drugs like that and were able to do it casually, they say, and not get caught up in the whole addiction aspect of it. But I guess they're what you call functioning users. They use it when they go out or when they're at a particular party, and then they can work and take care of business during the week. But I just didn't want to take that chance on trying to find that balance. And I just seen too many people, once they hit that drug, sometimes they don't come back. Sometimes it just takes them down a dark path, and that path just leads to a lot of things they can't return from. Loss of family, loss of job, loss of home, being homeless. It's just a lot of things that come with it. So I just never really got involved in it, man. It was just always real scary. I mean, I sold crack when I was young. I sold meth, and I've seen the people that used to come through, and they seemed normal, a lot of them, initially. And then, you cross paths with them a couple years later, man, and it looked like they aged like, 20 years. So I know it wears on the body, and everything that comes in the body has to come out of the body. You have to detox. So there's just a lot of things that come with drug use that kind of scared me. And my biggest fear was always, you get hooked on something like that and you don't return from it. Your life is just out of control. The drugs control your life. And I've seen, a lot of people that maybe wouldn't have had mental issues, but because of drug use, it just maybe sparked those issues early on and created schizophrenia and anxiety and all these different things which keep these people from actually being productive now in life. So it's just a real scary thing. I mean, for people with money, maybe the odds are better because they can go to rehab and their family could dish out hundreds of thousands of dollars to help them get well. But for somebody who doesn't have that, I mean, dude, your family says, hey, you're getting high, that's it, get the hell out of my house, you're done. You're on the streets, and a lot of people can't get off the streets once they're on the streets. So I just really try to avoid that, and it just, to see the power behind a drug. I mean, when you can get a drug like that and get somebody to do sexual acts, you can get people to steal, people to kill. I mean, fuck, man, that tells you that high is a very, very powerful high, and it's something you don't want to play with. So, I'm not here to preach, because everybody's going to party and have fun. I've been at parties, and I've seen people, doing their thing, tooting, and doing blow off of titties and all that type of stuff, man. And it seems fun, and next thing you know, you got a porn scene going on. But, that scene can go on for an extended period of time, and before you know it, you done fucked off a lot of business. So just be wise about it, man, and and just use some type of discretion, man. I know we all want to fit in, we all want to feel cool, we all want to feel like we're part of the in crowd, but there are catch 22s to it. You're in, and I guess Scott Storch said it best. It's like, pussy will make you do some things, man, and you get a bad broad. She got the blow, she got her partners, and they all want to party, and they're hot and they're models, and you guys are doing a nasty, and it's like, now you want to keep trying to reach that same high you had before, and you're chasing a ghost, man. You can't find it, and it's brought down a lot of strong people, and I don't know, it just always scared the shit out of me. I got a story for you though. One time when I thought I was gonna be a cannabis cookie cook, and I was experimenting cooking some cannabis and some cookies, right? And I didn't know, but we were cooking these cookies, and then the crust, I guess because of the butter we were using, the cannabis butter, most of the cannabis ended up absorbing into the crust of the cookie. So I'm snacking on the cookie, and I'm not thinking nothing of it, man. Talking, working on the computer, and probably about 40 minutes later, I'm looking around and I'm like, what the fuck, And I start grinning real hard. I can't stop. And this fucking cannabis is kicked in. But a little beknown to myself, I had ate probably, I don't know how many grams of THC in the crust of those cookies, because they were good. And man, I'll tell you, man, dude, I was all over the place emotionally. It had me happy, it had me sad, it had me on the ground, it had me crying, it had me doing all kind of shit. It took me literally over an hour to walk from my kitchen to the bedroom, and then it took me probably another hour to get my clothes off to get into bed. And then when I tried to close my eyes, I kept hearing the sound of the TV, and it sounded like it was in my head. That high was crazy. I didn't know that an edible high was stronger than a smoke high. And it lasted all fucking night through the next day. The next day I couldn't even drive. I was still high. And that feeling of being high like that, I don't know how people can want to, pursue that high, but man, that shit was, I never want to feel like that again. And, those fucking homemade cookies, man, them motherfuckers are strong as shit. I ain't fucking around with those no more either. Trying to be a damn Chef Boyardee. But yeah, man, that high, man, I'm telling you, I was doing a little shuffle. I thought I was moving, but I was just shuffling my feet, and I wasn't going nowhere. Over an hour to walk from my living room to my motherfucking bedroom, man. Crazy shit. But you guys out there who've gotten high, you probably have experienced that multiple times. But it only took one time for me to experience that to know that it wasn't for me. So that's my high story. I've been high, I'm not no saint, but at the same time, I stay away from the stuff that I think that I can't recover from, because I'm very scared to lose my mind. I don't want to burn something out in my brain that I can't, get back. And drugs, man, they're part of our economy. They're part of this culture. But I just choose to be smart in my drug use. Big Herc 916.